Good morning, Smith Station. I'm Brooke Yelton here with another episode of PNN. First up, we have a video game update with Brooklyn and Amber.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Brooklyn.
And Pokemon X and Y comes out in October. There's going to be 3 new starters, and the fire type is going to be Fennekin, and the water type is Froakie, and the grass type is Chespin.
Pikachu! Pikachu!
Discover a breathtaking 3D world. Encounter new Pokemon. The more you battle together, the stronger your bond will become. Your new 3D Pokemon adventure is about to begin. Introducing Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
So we're going to talk about 7 more Spike Video Game Awards. The best shooter was Borderlands 2. The best song in any game was Cities by Beck. The best team sports was NBA 2K13, something like that. The best on Wii was New Super Mario Bros. U. The best on Xbox was Halo 4. The game of the year was The Walking Dead. The studio of the year was Telltale Studios.
Apparently there's a new Skyrim DLC that's going to be out, and it's going to be called Redguard.
Our next segment is a video on bus safety with Rachel Bolin.
Hey Smith Station, you might have recently noticed some bus evacuations going on during your 4th period. Let's ask Mr. Williams why exactly these have been taking place.
The significance is the fact that when you guys become sophomores and juniors, you guys start to drive. A lot of you guys haven't ridden a bus since you were in 7th and 8th grade, and you forget the daily procedures of riding a school bus. Being a sophomore, junior, and senior, you may go on a field trip sometime, and you need to know the proper evacuation in case something were to happen on that field trip.
What exactly is the likelihood of an emergency happening?
I'm not sure on the likelihood, but the fact of the matter, we need to know. We've had the bus accident in Huntsville years ago. Several students got killed, even the bus driver. And so, the proper evacuation is very important. If whether the bus rolls over or you're stuck in a ditch, stuck on a train trestle, you need to know the proper evacuation procedures.
I hope that your bus evacuations went well and you learned exactly what to do just in case of an emergency.
Next is Josh and Mallory interviewing the office aides.
Hello, Smith Station. Do you want to know about office aides, the people who help out the office? Well, we are going to interview them.
Recently, we interviewed Colton Holt on how he got to be an office aide and if he likes it or not. How did you get to be an office aide?
How did I get to be an office aide? I applied for the position and I got it.
Okay. What do you do as an office aide?
I go and get people for checkout, or I run errands for any of the people in the office.
Are the office aides helpful to you and Ms. Johnson?
Oh yes, the office aides are very helpful. They help us when parents bring in ID badges that they've forgotten or book bags. We'll send those down with the office aides. If we need mail delivered to the mail room, they're able to do that. When we need students for checkout, they're able to do that for us too.
What is the process y'all go through to select office aides?
Each office aide is required to fill out an application. Ms. Johnson and myself read those applications. The office aide is also required to turn in 2 teacher references, and we read over those and select from that. And then Mr. Nixon makes the final decision.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here's the question of the week with Michelle.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Well, I have always dreamed of going to Kenya, Africa, and Mozambique, Africa, so that I can intern with Heidi Baker and I can feed small children.
I would love to go to Italy because I love the culture and the food and especially the accents.
Now here's Cheyenne and Lexi with an interview with Miss Holloway.
Here at Smith Station High School, dress code is a main priority for administration. Here's an administrator answering some questions we have on the topic.
All right, so we just have a few questions to kind of clarify a few things. First of all, what do you think is the main issue with leggings?
The main issue is that the main issue here is that they're not appropriately worn because girls don't cover them the way they're supposed to be covered. Personally, I think that there's nothing wrong with wearing leggings. However, so many of our students make the mistake of not wearing the top with the leggings to the appropriate length. The appropriate length, according to our Panther Pride student handbook, is 2 inches above the knee, no higher than that, and the students just don't follow the rules. And when they don't follow the rules, then I have to enforce the rules that they are neglecting to follow.
Okay, so what would you say is the amount of referrals that you give out?
Oh wow, Cheyenne, last week, I think in one day, on one given day, I did 9 referrals. 9. That is quite ridiculous. And now what I've employed is that in the mornings, I stand at the door to monitor that so that I don't have to go in and interrupt classes to check for dress code. I'm now currently going around the classroom checking for dress codes to try to deter girls from wearing them inappropriately. Okay?
There is a rumor going around that you are planning on putting a ban on even yoga pants. Is this true, and to what degree?
I don't think that I will be able to speak to that today. Maybe in the future I will be able to speak to that question to entertain it, but not at this given time. Okay?
Do you by any chance know any alternatives? Because most would argue that it is a comfort thing and not so much style. Do you have any alternative suggestions for those who
Yes, wear blue jeans. Okay? Wear jeans.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day, Smith Station.